A subject that we don't usually talk about on the Himalayan Art website is the Tibetan Book of the Dead. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is actually a real thing, but the title is not real. This whole dead business and Tibetans having a separate book is it's just not really accurate. The Tibetan Book of the Dead was translated, I believe, in the 1920s in Sikkim, India. Sikkim, a separate country at the time, became India. Then it was translated into English and published, and it became popular, and people like Carl Jung were interested in this topic, and many others. But the book itself is not a book of the dead per se. It's actually a kind of an appendix text, an appendices to a larger set of writings which detail the meditation practice using the focus really based on likely the Guhya Garbha Tantra, but using the focus of 100 peaceful and wrathful deities. And there's 42 peaceful deities, 58 wrathful deities, and then there's many secondary figures as well in this. With the five Buddhas being the most important. So we have the five Buddhas in peaceful appearance. With Samantabhadra, we have the five wrathful deities and their consorts as well. So these are the main figures with many secondary figures. So this is a meditation practice. And this is something where if you are a Buddhist practitioner and this is your main form of meditation practice, then when you pass away, then there's a supplemental text which can be read to you when you are just lying in repose, and these verses and this text which is read to you is a reminder of the meditation practice that you had been doing for some time or some years, and it is a kind of a guidebook using your own meditation practices as a framework to guide you through certain experiences in the afterlife state. Now, if you did not do these meditation practices in your lifetime, then it is very unlikely that any benefit will arise by having somebody read to you an obscure ritual practice explaining 42 peaceful and 58 wrathful deities and how they relate to different aspects of the post-dying process. So there's a lot of confusion with this. There's confusion both actually on modern Western side scholarship, as well as there's confusion even on ordinary sort of thinking Buddhists in Asia. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is very specific to a very just to one meditation practice. Now, there are aspects of the discussion of the after-death state or after-life state which can be generic to other practices, but the Tibetan Book of the Dead itself is a supplemental practice. It's something that's read to the deceased, somebody who has practiced the meditation of the 100 peaceful and wrathful deities as more or less their main practice, Buddhist meditation practice. So this is just a clarification on Tibetan Book of the Dead. You can press the like button, you can subscribe, you can ask questions, and you can also help to support HAR by joining HAR on Patreon.